Hari Om, Namo Namaha Sarvebhyah. A warm welcome to our Sun Salutations or Surya Namaskar series. And today will be 57th day of 108 days of this series. And today I want to mention that towards the end, just like every other day, today towards the end, we will talk about an aspect of yoga philosophy that is in continuation with what we were discussing the day before, which is niyama. We talked about in the Ashtangic yoga, we talked about yama the other day. Please do watch the video if you haven't watched it yet. Here is the link for that. And today we will be talking about niyama, means how a practitioner, how a yogi connects with oneself and what are the 5 aspects of niyama. Having said that, first we will complete our sun salutations practice, the asana practice, Surya Namaskar, the 12 yogasana postures. And if you haven't watched that video, what are the names of these asanas, please watch this video here in the iCard. And then after the asana practice, we will straight dive deep into the 5 aspects of niyama or self-discipline. With that, let's begin our asana practice. So now we will discuss this fundamental concept of Niyama, which is the second of the 8 limbs of Ashtanga Yoga. The last session we talked about the 5 yamas. Yama means how the practitioner, how the yogi, how one connects with the rest of the people around them, right? This Niyama means how one connects to oneself. And this is coming straight from Patanjali's Yoga Sutras, same chapter 2, the Sadhana Pada, Sutra number 32. It also has 5 aspects to it. What are they? Shaucha, Santosha, Tapas, Svadhyaya, īsvarapraṇidhāna, Niyamaha. Shaucha, Santosha, Tapas, Svadhyaya, īsvarapraṇidhāna, Niyamaha. So I will break it down. First one of the niyamas is Shaucha. Shaucha means cleanliness, and cleanliness literally it can mean cleanliness within oneself and like the physical body, mental body, right? Cleanliness outside, cleanliness inside. Of course, cleanliness, as we know, like keeping our body clean, but also keeping our internal body clean, which is our thoughts and emotions clean, and not to allow the gunks, the junks build up there. Meaning, what are the gunks? So the gunks is to allow the 6 enemies to grow within us. What are they? Kama, lust. Krodh is anger. Lobha means greed. Moha, delusion. Mada, intoxication. And Matsarya, vanity or envy. Okay, so we are not allowing these emotions to build up within us, so build gunk within us, which are building some plagues within us. We don't want that. So keeping the internal body clean, and of course the external body clean by taking shower every day in summer, maybe more than once, and keep wearing clean clothes, and keeping the room and the surroundings clean and all of that. So external cleanliness and internal cleanliness. Shaucha. How to do internal cleanliness? If you ask me, say very quickly, one answer can be meditation, daily meditation. That's like a internal shower. So Shaucha, cleanliness. Second, Santosha, very important in today's world. In today's world of instant gratification, we run after one thing, then the other, one thing, then the other. Then we get that other thing, and then we go run after the third thing. So like this in today's world, we are going one after the other. And most of the times we are going for instant gratification. We want the gratification right away. We are more driven by the results and not by the actions, right? Completely opposite to what Bhagavad Gita talks and teaches us. So Santosha is satisfaction, contentment, being content with what we have. Similar to some sort of like the minimalism that we talked about is the aparigraha. Right, in the niyamas we talked in the yamas we talked about ahimsa, satya, asteya, aparigraha and brahmacharya. Aparigraha means non-hoarding, right? So non-hoarding, we talked about minimalism. Here Santosha means not minimalism, it's contentment, meaning being grateful for what we already have rather than counting what we don't have. So we count blessings instead of counting what we don't have, because it's a never-ending list actually for both sides, what we have and what we don't. It's on us what to put our prana on, what to put our focus on. Okay, Shaucha, Santosha, contentment. Then comes the third, Tapas. Tapas literally means heat. It's creating heat, burning our older ignorant self by the heat of our austere practices, right? Tapas means literally the heat, our tapasya, that which generates heat. What? It's our intense sadhana, intense practice. Okay, whatever path you follow, it must have some practices for you every single day, right? It's not like one time you recharge and you then recharge another 6-8 months. Not, doesn't work like that. It's a continual practice, and after a while, maybe 6 months, maybe 6 weeks, maybe 3 months, whatever time it's taken by the practitioner, after a while, it just works. The sadhana works as our daily routine, and it does not feel like something else we have to do something like this. But initially we have to push for it. So tapas, our tapasya, our intense practices that produces heat, that burns up our karma, our karmic garbages that we have accumulated. Okay, so tapasya, shaucha, santosha, tapas. Then svādhyāya. Svādhyāya is literally it means self-study. Here it means studying of the scriptures for self-understanding, to know ourselves. What is our ikigai? Why are we here? Ikigai, those who work with me know very well, those who work with me one-on-one especially. I even had a book club. I will post the link once that video is processed in the comments, in the pinned comment or in the description here. Ikigai, why are we here? To understand ourselves. What is the meaning of our lives? What are we even doing here? Just to lead the life like an insect, like an animal? Or we have some higher purpose? We have some serious tasks to achieve, not for ourselves, but for the others also, right? So what is our goals? Who are we even? Why are we here? What is the highest goal that we can achieve in this lifetime as a human being? The highest in the evolutionary scale, okay? Svadhyaya, self-study or studying of the scriptures for understanding ourselves. Upanishads are one of the classic texts that talks about who we are, okay? And lastly, but no less importantly, Ishwarapranidhana. Ishwarapranidhana means surrender to Ishwara, the omnipotent, omniscient and omnipresent, the universal force, universal power, God, whatever you call it, whatever name you give it, the universal power. Each and every single planetary system is working just fine in these entire galaxies, right? We set an alarm, we even fail to wake up next morning in the right time. And think about this, not only this solar system, but many solar systems, not only in this galaxy, Milky Way. There are so many galaxies in this universe. Everything is working just fine. And we are like a speck of dust. Whatever is guiding all this, right? Whatever higher force, let's call it Ishwara. And in Patanjali's Yoga Sutra, actually, in first chapter, there is a series of sutras that talk about the qualities of Ishwara. Anyway, so Ishwarapranidhana means surrendering to that higher force, to have faith, to have belief in the higher force, which is also reflected within us. So within ourselves and within the higher force, the things will be okay, things will fall in place. So just to summarize these 5 niyamas or self-discipline, the second limb of Ashtanga Yoga, niyama, the 5 limbs are Shaucha, Santosha, Tapas, Svadhyaya, Ishwarapranidhana. So let's keep in mind, as we practice on the mat, we also keep these 5 aspects of niyama or self-discipline, or how a practitioner or a yogi connects with oneself. With that, I want to draw close to this 57th session of our 108 days of Surya Namaskar or Sun Salutations Challenge. I hope you are enjoying this, and if until now you haven't hit that subscribe button or the bell notification icon, please do so, because I don't want you to miss any one of these sessions that I am putting so much effort, so much work for all of you to take benefit from. And I hope you will continue joining me in this journey of the rest of the days, however many days, 41 days or so. I think 51 days, 51 days or so. And we will complete this whole cycle of 108 days together. Thank you so much, and I look forward to seeing you in tomorrow's session. Hari Om.